Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our American Idol Top 7 rankings. There's a new episode airing this weekend, and what we thought we would do is go through with you and discuss some of the people who we feel are the top contenders who are more than likely going to be a part of that top 7 based a little bit on our own preferences, but then also what we think some of those Idol viewers out there are going to be deciding as well. And of course, along the way, we want to know what you guys think. So let us know in the comments.
Yeah, who's your top 7? Who do you think is going to go through? Share with us.
Yeah.
If you agree, disagree, we want to know.
Of course. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. So we're going to start with number 7.
Yeah, number 7 on our list is Dylan. And I don't see any way that Dylan is not going to be going forward, even though his last performance was not my favorite from him. He's a good-looking guy, he's all tattooed, he's really genuine, he's shared a very relatable story, and on top of all of that, he's got a really great voice, wonderful vibe. I just feel like people are going to want to vote him through, even though it wasn't his best performance.
He really fits the dude with the guitar sort of role very much with this show. And I haven't really loved either thing that Dylan has done since we've sort of moved to this Idols at Home format over these past couple of episodes. I thought he was a lot better in kind of the early stages of things. And I mean, if I'm being honest, I would probably, if this was just, people I like the most, I would probably have Grace over him at the moment into the top 7. But, and this is even with there being a big country vote out there, It's like you said, I think Dylan is going to get a lot of love from America.
Yes.
He fits sort of every single box that's often checked by people who vote on this show. I don't think he's going to be a favorite to win at this point. That could change, but I have a hard time imagining him not being there at this point.
So at number 6, we've got Julia. And if it wasn't for last week's performance, I probably would have had Grace in this spot. Julia really stood out for me in this last performance because it was Idol at Home, so I got to know her a bit better, and she stood out for me with all her puns, which is something that we appreciate over here. And then on top of it, she sang Billy Joel, who I love, and then she sang it so beautifully, New York State of Mine. It was so touching, and it was... I know on top of it, we have the judges who were just like, oh, this is the best performance of the whole season. And I don't agree with that, but it was the best performance of that night. And I think coming off of the judges' praise, on top of the beautiful way she sang that song, plus getting to know her better, I can't see that she's not going to go through.
I did love Julia's performance this past time a lot, and I mean the iconic moment for me still is the Julia Gargano audition. Like, I loved her audition, but we took a long hiatus sort of between that and here. She didn't always get a ton of screen time. I'm probably most nervous about her going into the top 7 out of everyone who is on our list. You could probably make a case that maybe this is Sophia James, maybe Michaela Phillips, even though she was the wild card, the judges saved her. She did get to perform at the end of the show. But I just think we both like Julia so much.
Yeah.
She's probably one of my 5 favorite singers. It doesn't feel fair to not include her, even if she's sort of on the fence.
So at number 5, we have Louis Knight. And this is someone who I think is a no-brainer that's going to end up going through. He's really likable. He's got a great story. He's very genuine. He's got a really nice voice. He did sing Coldplay, which is not my favorite. I know.
How dare you?
All the Coldplay people out there. But they've been really pushing him on this show sort of as this heartthrob and just such a nice guy, and I really think he's going to go through.
He's got the story, he's got a fan base already, he's got the accent, he's got a lot of things that I think people are really, really going to like, and he is a talented singer, a good artist. I do love Coldplay. I would even say that that's not my favorite Coldplay song. It's not my favorite thing we've seen from Louis this season. But yeah, in between his personality, his likability, what he's been paired up with Francisco, so they've gotten some screen time together.
Yeah, and everybody loves Francisco. He's incredible. And so when you paired him up with him and you got to see their friendship, and then even when you saw the duets and you saw Francisco kind of like stumbling a little bit in there, and Louis was picking him back up again, it was like, yeah, all right, you're picking up our guy. We like you. You're good.
Yeah, I just think he's such a contender right now. I think it'd be crazy if we didn't have him on here somewhere. But at number 4, somebody who I also think fits this bill very well, Johnny West. There's no way Johnny doesn't make the top 7. I just can't envision it.
Oh, for sure, he's going to be there. I mean, he's someone who has always had a really beautiful voice. He's really good. And then sort of in the middle there, he was getting kind of down, of course, because of what was going on with Margie and not going through. But he's picked himself back up. I think being at home has helped him a lot because he's at home with Margie, and she is such a cheerleader for him, a great support for him, reminds him that he deserves to be here, and he does.
It's a fun little package deal in a way because it's sort of been putting Johnny through. You get Margie into montages. For everyone who loves love, they are like the champions right now on American Idol, and they're likable. Johnny's best performance to me still, though, is his first audition because he had the singing, the rapping. He sort of brought a lot of individuality, and I wish we saw a little bit more of that at this point in the competition, but he is still he's so good. He's so talented. He's somebody who people are not going to forget about. He still kind of looks a little bit like Johnny Cash here and there. I don't know if that helps him, but
I think he looks like Johnny Galecki.
Maybe he is. Maybe he went into like a Johnny blender, and he is part of both of them in some ways.
I also like that he is so talented that he can look like he rolled out of bed and rolled onto the couch and then just performs. And it's like, yes. You're so good. It doesn't even matter. And we've seen a lot of other people really like dressing up the place with their lamps and putting on really nice clothes. And here's Johnny in his hoodie on the couch. And he's incredible. It makes no difference.
No, it does not. The top 3, I think this could have been the same top 3 we honestly made like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't know if this has really changed all that much at all. Number 3 is Just Sam. I think that Just Sam, she's so unique. She's so ridiculously talented. It's tough because we've seen so often on Idol, people vote for a lot of the guys and, guys with guitars and all of that. And Sam kind of goes a little bit against that. But I think she's just so unique and so talented. And we've seen people who are so unique and talented win before. Sam's a definite contender. She's still an underdog to me, but she has a shot.
Yeah, and she's taken a lot of risks, and it feels like the people that are taking the big risks this season are the people that, are on our top 3. They're the people that we're the most interested in, and she has taken some really big risks. She sang a song that was not in a language she was all that familiar with, and she was amazing. Yeah. She's so genuine. I just love her. Every time I see her, I just want to, I love her.
She's so likable. I think people are going to want to vote for her. She's got a great inspirational story.
Yeah, and her voice is outstanding.
I'm going to be bummed if she's not a part of the finale in some way, provided we have like 3 or 4 people in the finale. But the top 2, it is Francisco v. Arthur. What will the people decide? For us, Francisco, number 2. So likable. He's really, to me, the only person on this list who for me personally, I would say has actually gotten better and better and better every single time that I have seen him.
Yeah, and this is almost like a Johnny situation as well, where it's sort of at home. It feels like, for me, he's getting even better. He is someone who has said he struggles with anxiety, and it's something that a lot of us all can relate to out there. But being at home, he's in a place that's really comfortable. He's got his family there. He set up his room all cool. Like, I feel he's taking even bigger risks. So we saw him sing that Katy Perry song to Katy Perry, and he did amazing. It's just, he is getting better and better. I mean, he was always good from the get-go, but now that he's really getting his comfort on, really good.
Yeah, I think he is someone, if he continues this sort of trajectory, he's going to have a really good case to make, and he's going to be a really big contender at the end. And the thing is, and it's obviously Arthur Gunn, who is number one on our list. We have been rooting for Arthur Gunn from pretty much the onset. He is phenomenal.
He's so good. I mean, his song choices alone have been just remarkable, but then you put on top of it how cool he is, his style, his arrangement of the song. I just love him. His voice is incredible. I think this competition is really going to be about trying to beat Arthur. He's got a huge support behind him. It's just he does something that no other musicians on this show are doing.
Yeah, and I really love the fact that Francisco is also kind of surging right now, because I think it's going to really have everyone sort of up their game and create even more competition and excitement and challenge people. And Arthur, it seems like he challenges himself and he tries to find ways to make things new and innovative. I would have never predicted him doing a John Denver song, or me loving a John Denver song in the way in which Arthur made me love it. And it was so cool. It's just, for me, Arthur is probably the only person who I can sit here and list off 3 or 4 things that he's done. There we go, 3 or 4 things that he's done, and actually remember what I liked about each one of them individually. And that's because he sticks with you, and that is so valuable if you want to be a singer.
Yeah, I mean, his first performance, he was singing like Dylan and CCR, which I love, and then he redid that CCR classic, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? And that was it for me. I mean, that was a winning song, winning performance, and I was like, oh man, he can't even get better than that. But he has. He's been able to pick other songs, like you said, like John Denver, who is not something I'm really that into, and be like, okay, all right, so this is actually good. Here we are. Mm-hmm. And it's something that only Arthur has been able to do. And it has felt like he's been leading this competition since the onset, and there are some people like Francisco who are starting to... Francisco's always been very good, but Arthur has really been in his own lane, doing stuff that no one else is doing. And even if he doesn't win this competition, which, if he doesn't win this competition, this is going to be a very different video on finale night. But anyways... he's not going to have a problem working. He's going to be a working musician forever. I just can't see that people are not going to want to have him on board.
Yeah, Arthur's going to be fine. I think we know that beyond the shadow of a doubt. But for now, as we said earlier, let us know your own top 7 for American Idol 18. And if you guys did like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and support us further by checking the link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.